Super Bowl 59. They have beat the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22. Eagles fans, savor it and rejoice.
Yo, welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host. I'm Frazier, and today we got some things we need to talk about. But before we get started, if you could for me, please, and if you like the Philadelphia Eagles, if you could for me, please, like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe, man. Y'all already know. Also, the 5th annual free book bag drive. Now, I got the flyer on my phone, so I'm going to post the details in here. Please look at the flyer. August the 2nd. I want to say it was from 4 to 7:30, something like that. I'm going to post the flyer in the corner, though, but please just come out, man. We're going to have free book bags. It's going to be at the Pottstown Library in the back. I have more details and stuff like that, but like I said, all the details will be in this flyer right here. I'm also going to make me a nice little video. I'm going to dress up and stuff like that because, I want to be professional when I do what I do. So, but shout out to my, and one more thing, man, while I'm on here, shout out to my folks, man. Shout out to my circle, my friends, family, more or less, because we've been doing this for the last 5 years. It means a lot to all of us, man. The families be pitching in and things like that. So, got to give it up to them, man. Love y'all, appreciate y'all, man, because it do really take a village to help. So, with that being said, though, man, let's get into it, man. Let's get into what we need to talk about today pertaining to the Philadelphia Eagles. So, the reason why I'm on here today, let me pull my stuff up. Andrew Makuba has signed his deal finally. Really didn't think, me personally, and I'm sorry they're cutting the grass outside, but me personally, I didn't really think there was going to be too much of a problem. I do know, that some things, some language got changed in the contracts. This draft, for whatever reason, where, rookies are getting guaranteed money. So, when one get it, everybody else want it. So, long story short, it says Eagles sign. This is from the Eagles Wire, excuse me. But Eagles signed rookie defensive back Andrew Makuba to a 4-year rookie deal. Andrew Makuba is one of the handful of second-round picks under contract after signing his 4-year rookie deal that could include $7.1 million guaranteed. So shout out to Andrew Makuba. As y'all know, he is the new safety that just got drafted. I want to say second round, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, second round. So from Texas. And I think he's going to be, and I know we always say this when we get on here because we talking about, you talking about your team, you just think everybody going to be good because we got him. But all due respect, I really do think he can be, I ain't going to say he's going to be CJ, but he can step in, fill in for CJ, get him up to speed, the coaches will and things like that. But like I said, I've seen him before in college, like how he play. He is a hard hitter, but, now this is the NFL. He ain't the biggest guy, I will say that. He could put some weight on over the next year or two. But I do think he's going to be in the running for that starting safety spot. And you also got to remember, too, man, I don't want to get too far off topic, but Reed Blankenship is up for a contract. So training camp starts tomorrow. Yeah, training camp starts tomorrow, Tuesday. I don't know how Reed feels about this, but I feel like if the Eagles, feel like they need to retain him, they will figure out a way to get him under contract as well. It could be even something towards, training camp just starting, but maybe in the beginning of the season, who knows, with Reed Blankenship. But I know that this team is trying to get younger, though. I will say that, man. It's a lot of young guys that we got right now. And it must be the formula that, they're going with, especially having the experience with the head coaches and assistant coaches and things like that in the different positions. So, great thing to see, man, with Andrew Makuba. Like I said, some other teams going through some things. They got their first-round draft pick going back to college because they don't want to get the man his money. So, but the Philadelphia Eagles, world-class organization, they make sure they pay their players, man. I said this before in previous videos, man. If you ain't seen them, if you do what you're supposed to do for the Philadelphia Eagles, they'll do what they're supposed to do by you. I know we've seen also with the C.J. Garner situation, he came out on the Pivot podcast, said a few things. And, I shout out to CJ because I still rock with CJ, man. He ain't do nothing to me, so I ain't tripping. The Philadelphia Eagles felt like they needed to move on for whatever reason. I don't know. I ain't going to speculate, but bringing Andrew Makuba in here, I feel like same type of play style. He definitely plays aggressive, but, CJ was, CJ was like that. I ain't going to cap, so But this is good. I'm sorry, I'm all back and forth. But CJ, he came to the ring ceremony and things like that, and seemed to be, everything went well. But he did a pivot interview, and he gave his side of the story. And if you want to go watch that, you can go do that. So, but shout out to CJ, man. But like I said, back to Andrew Makuba, I feel like he gonna be that guy, man. I'm telling y'all. Sidney Brown also too. He's another player that we ain't really been talking about. Is it Tristan McCullough? Seems to be one of the favorites too. I listened to Xander and Johnny Mack. Yeah, Johnny Mack. Shout out to them guys over there, man. But I listened to him in the morning, and Johnny Mack. If you don't know, he is a reporter that reports on the Philadelphia Eagles, and he's there. He got a little bit of extra access and things like that. So I like to watch that. But he did say that the Philadelphia Eagles and Vic were high on Tristan. So good things to hear, man. I just want to make sure that, and I know people were talking about, going out here getting, we need this here and, another cornerback, another safety, go get this guy. But I really do feel like they, the Vic, you got to think Vic's old school. He probably come from a time where you couldn't go out and just go get different types of players. But then also he come from a time where you develop players too. So he feels as though if he can get his guy and he can develop them, as you've seen Jalix or Quinion or Cooper DeJean, any of them guys that he went out and got this season or this past season. Look how they developed over the course of the years. So playoff experience now, Super Bowl experience, that's going to play a big factor going into this season. And we are hoping that Andrew Makuba, Jahai, who's been working out. Oh boy, Jahai, and I'm going to talk about him too. But I'm going to stay on topic. But getting these guys to come in here, rookies, once again, to buy into the program and just adhere to what the coaches are saying to them. Like I said, buying in. So if they can keep doing that, man, I don't see how you stop this team, bro. Because you're drafting well, you're developing well. You feel me? You already got the stars over there. You got the stars signed. Like, bro, this is the craziest time to be an Eagles fan, man. I'm telling y'all. If you remember, there were some dark times, man, but this is a great time to be a Philadelphia Eagles fan. The organization is being run very well. Like I said, we're getting players signed. You feel me? We're paying players. You do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get paid. So, and if you don't get paid here, they're going to set you up for success somewhere else. So, good thing to see with the Philadelphia Eagles getting Andrew Makuba signed. Like I said, training camp starts tomorrow. So, should be everybody signed now. Should be no problems. Like I said, with Jahai Campbell, him and Andrew Makuba were, working out together. A video that came out, I want to say a few days ago, maybe last week. Jahai Campbell, the man is built like, bro. I'm telling you, if they're not going to, I know they said they want to start him at the inside was the inside linebacker, if I'm not mistaken. Main man look like he can come off the edge. I know we got Nolan Smith and Jelix Hunt, but bro, if they're trying to get him on the field, I would like to see him. Because I feel like he can drop in the coverage. He can rush off the edge. He's a very versatile piece. And I really do feel like if he can come on, they say he might be coming, I want to say mid-August or something like that. Take your time, player. Take your time. We see what happens when Cooper DeJean took his time. Superstar now. So, Jahai, take your time. But I'm telling y'all, when he come in this game, when he get acclimated to playing in the NFL, this defense is going to be scary, bruh. It's scary. I had main man in my comments, and shout out to you, the Skins fan. He was over here trying to tell me about, Jalen Hurts, this, that, and the third. Listen, bro, and this go to anybody else. I'm not arguing with nobody, all right? If you're not the Super Bowl champions, I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear nothing. We were over here trying to build a dynasty. We're not worried about the stats. We're not worried about all this extra stuff because we're seeing how far stats got us. We're seeing how far stats are getting people. Joe Burrow can't make the playoffs, but he's putting up a hell of a lot of his stats. Lamar Jackson, a 2-time MVP, no Super Bowl. I don't care nothing about that, dog. Like, I'm just worried about constructing this team. This is a team sport. We can't, I know you like to make it about one, the quarterbacks and this, that, and the third. This is a team sport. I don't never go see one man out there on that field go one by themselves. Okay? Don't see it. So, I mean, Get y'all team together. People mad. Let's think about this. People mad at Jalen Hurts because the organization he went to wants to win championships, so they put good players around him. What team do you want to be on where you're the only good player? I don't get the logic of people. Y'all just make up narratives because y'all are mad it's us. I'd be mad at us too. I would be. I'm telling you. But it's not y'all. It's not y'all time. Y'all time might come, but it's not y'all time right now. I'm telling you, this is the Eagle. This is the most golden, the greatest it might get. I ain't gonna say the greatest it might get, but we were in the greatest era of Eagles football right now with the players on this team, man. Like, I know the Cam Newton stuff came out, right? And we could talk about that. Come on here, we can talk now. The Cam Newton stuff came out. Shout out to Eagle Al. I watched this video. But the engagement, shout out to Anthony DeBono, because he said it. He was like, look at the engagement that Jalen Hurts creates opposed to anything else that Cam had talked about. And he's right. Same thing on ESPN. Jalen Hurts creates engagement, regardless if it's the truth or not. People want to hear and see what people have to say about Jalen Hurts and anybody else about the Philadelphia Eagles. I ain't gonna say we like the Cowboys, so I don't even want to be in the same realm as them. We're already in the same conference as them. So I don't even want to be in the, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of the same thing, like how they talk about Dak all the time. They don't do anything. They're not winning anything. The Eagles are actually a good team. They're actually winning. They've been winning, been trying to win. So something to talk about, but it's the engagement that it creates. We're saying that Jalen Hurts is not a top 5 quarterback or a top 10 quarterback, and believe what you want to believe. You feel me? I know that the quarterback that we have on our team has won us a Super Bowl, and he's been to 2 Super Bowls. And I think people don't understand that a bunch of men, if you ain't never been on the team before, like you growing up playing sports, whatever the case may be, you probably don't really understand this, but trying to get all these guys on the same page and keep them on the same page. You see how they came out during the season with the Hurts and AJ not getting along, and then BG kind of fell into that, and then Nick Sirianni about to get fired. They create all these different narratives, even coming from our own radio stations in the city. So, and I'm sorry about the lawnmower, my fault, guys, but it just goes to show you that it creates engagement, regardless if it's the truth or not. So my thing is, I can speak to you. I'm not going to give you a hypothetical. I'm going to give you facts. Jalen has been winning. His record speaks for itself. The man barely loses. He's been in the league for 5 years, going on 6 years now, starting at least. He barely loses. And yes, that could be because we have a great team. Yes, but that's what you want. Great teams win Super Bowls. Y'all can talk about Josh Allen all y'all want. And I know I keep reverting to Josh Allen, but Josh Allen, he messed my fantasy up back in the day, bruh. I ain't gonna cap. But that's when I noticed, I'm like, bro, it's no way that y'all think that this is supposed to be the poster child of a quarterback. Main man's been a turnover machine, bro. They tried to put that label on Jalen Hurts last year. He's a turnover machine. We had it, and I don't want to go back to that, but we had, a situation going on, things weren't going the way that they were supposed to. But for us to be able to go from that and turn around to a Super Bowl is crazy. That's another reason why y'all be hating. Because y'all thought we was going to fall off a cliff going into the next year. And like I said in my last video, we started off very slow because we could not score in the first half of the game. The kicking was all, come on, bro. I ain't going to care. I was in here snapping too. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Because I'm like, bro, what is going on? This is not Philadelphia football. Y'all had a whole offseason to get this right. You feel me? But then they figured it. They figured it out. And then they got to where they needed to get to. And they did what they needed to do. That's win the Super Bowl. So we can sit here and go back and forth and teeter-totter about who's the better quarterback, who should be in the top 5, who should be in the top 10. Win. Simple and plain. You want to know who good? You want to know who good at the end of the year? Okay. Who the winner of the Super Bowl? They're going to be like, that don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter now when we start winning them joints, but it mattered when y'all was telling us y'all had 5 Super Bowls, y'all got 3 Super Bowls, we got 3 Super Bowls. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. You can't argue with somebody with that mindset, bro. It's like you be on here all day. So just had to get that off my chest, man. I want to make sure I ain't forget nothing else. The rings. Whoa, couldn't forget that. Whoa. First off, let me take a little swig of water right quick before we talk about this. Listen. So, all right. Like I said, I'll be watching, Xander and them in the morning, whatever the case may be. And they were like, it was Friday a few days ago. They were talking about it was supposed to be the ring ceremony. Nobody knew what time it was, but I guess it was at the Art Museum in Philadelphia. So, had it there. Long story short, my man Jalen Hurts, if I got the pictures, I'm going to throw the pictures up here. If y'all ain't see him, my boy came clean as a whistle. And did y'all peep? I seen nobody talk about this. Everybody was talking about Jalen Hurts not taking the Super Bowl ring out the box. Y'all see how AJ came? Y'all seen how AJ came? What did AJ have on his head? Okay. Listen, man. Y'all, they can fool y'all. They not fooling me. That man is his the godfather. He's the godfather of this man kids. You think they not getting along, man? Come on, man. Might have some indifferences, things be happening. But my man AJ pulled up with the Kango on. I was like, oh, okay. I picked up on the, on the little, you know what I'm saying, okay. But long story short, man, everybody came looking really good. A lot of players came back that were traded away or left the team, but for whatever our reason, go get your money. I ain't mad at you. I'm glad we were able to get this done with y'all, though. I will say that I do appreciate every player that contributed to this Super Bowl, man, because like I said, it take a team, not just one player, even though Jalen Hurts is a weapon. But back to what I was saying. The rings, though. Everybody real formal, real nice. I ain't gonna lie, it was real elegant up in there. Real exquisite. You feel me? And the ring, bro, I'm like, and I'm gonna throw the pictures of the ring up here. I'm like, because nobody had the wings out at first. And then I seen a picture on Instagram where it had wings on it. So, me, I'm, it's the weekend, I had a little, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little loose, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, how they get the wings on that joint? I'm tripping. I'm like, they got to put the wings on there, bro. And then I seen AJ hit the button and the wings popped out. I said, yo, I got to get me one of them Joels for show. For show. Replica, whatever you want to call it. I got to get me one. That is the hardest ring. Bro, they just set a whole new precedent for Super Bowl rings. I guarantee you, when we win next year, I mean, we probably going to win next year. I don't want to get too far ahead, but we gonna be, we gonna be in contention for sure. But whoever win next year, bro, I guarantee you they're gonna go something off like that. They're gonna do something where something pop out or something rotating in the middle because that's a whole nother level of ring. And people in the comments hating and stuff like that. People from the Dallas fans, the Commanders fans, bro, y'all ain't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. Of course your ring ain't gonna look like this. Your joint ain't gonna be bust down with the VVS's and all that in there. No. I seen one of them old Super Bowl rings. I'm like, bro, that joint starting to tarnish. Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta chill. Like, y'all gotta chill. Talking about it look ugly. That's the corniest ring I've ever seen in my life. How's it corny? Because y'all ain't won it. I guarantee y'all, if it was a Dallas Star popping out that joint, y'all would have loved it. Like, come on, man. The hate be real, man. Give it up. Give credit where credit's due, man. We the Super Bowl champions, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. But I do appreciate y'all. Always coming out to support the channel, man. Really do. But with that being said, it's not from the No Cut Sports Podcast. And before we get up out of here, man, let me get a go Birds. Oh, also don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe, man. I'm about to get about this joint, my fault. Also, stay tuned, my fault. Stay tuned because I got to call Mr. Reggie. We're probably going to start that back up probably soon as training camp starts tomorrow. I don't know if he wants to talk about training camp or not, but I just got to see what his schedule is. And look for a Mean Green podcast from me and him. And just stay tuned for some more episodes, man. I do really, really appreciate y'all for coming out. But before y'all go, man, if y'all could for me, man, like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe. And I'm out, and I'm going to holler at you.